What's up, y'all? What is going on? Welcome and welcome to the broadcast this evening. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. And y'all know where I'm at. Kelsey-Bernard, Virginia Beach, ocean fronts, down here, making it do what it is I do. Y'all know what's up. Just wanted to holler at y'all. See how y'all doing this evening, this lovely, chilly Sunday night. Yes, at least it's chilly over here in Virginia Beach, especially over here near the ocean. So y'all know what's up. I just wanted to come on here and do my usual thing, fizzle. Just wanted to say, wish everybody a good evening and, chop it up and chat with y'all for a little bit. But yeah, if you are just joining, y'all come on in the room. Shimon, like Michael Jackson said. Come on in. Tonight's topic, I do have one tonight. I do have something I want to talk about. I'm not going to stay too long, but tonight's topic is, one of them is why women don't approach some men, and I'm not trying to be cocky and nothing like that, but why women don't really approach attractive men. And that's the topic, the first topic. The second topic is, being your biggest fan, being your own biggest fan. So, and it might sound like, I'm being good, arrogant and stuff like that, but I'm just trying to make a point and just, point something out. So, topic one, why some women do not approach men that they find to be attractive or well put together men. I know some women have approached me. Some of y'all are bold. Some of y'all got, that bravery about you, Some of y'all are aggressive. And I like that, to a certain extent. It depends on the situation. But, others are very quiet and shy, and they just, think, why bother, And I've gotten that most of my life. First of all, let me start by saying, growing up, I didn't think that I was a decent looking guy. I didn't think I was decent looking. I didn't think that, I thought I was kind of like, funny looking, you know what I'm saying? Because I got picked on all the time back in the day. I was the laughing stock of middle school. I kind of stopped getting picked on in like 10th grade. 10th grade is when everything kind of slowed down. And, ever since I started getting picked on back in the day, my self-esteem was like shot. I did not believe in myself. I was just like, well, I'll just accept, where I am now. I'll accept my position as as an unattractive, non-charismatic man. A man who is not good with people. I'm quiet. I'm just going to sit in the back of the classroom. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to draw my pictures. I'm going to read my books. I used to bring my Bible with me and stuff when I first got saved, which, which is cool. Which is cool. I don't regret doing that, but if I could go back, I wouldn't do it like that, because I know that probably kind of like turned some people away. And it probably looked like I was trying to be like a, holier than thou type of guy, but I wasn't. I had just met Jesus, and when you get saved, y'all know how it is when you first get saved. Your eyes just like open up, you be like, the colors are brighter. The world is more interesting, but yeah. So I didn't believe I was anything worth somebody approaching, until I was like 29, 30, fairly recently. I was like, I had just, went through a breakup, and then after that breakup, I went through like this really crazy phase, this dark phase where, I was wilding out. I think I told y'all about that. But eventually I'm gonna go into detail and I'll tell y'all about that. But that was during the time where, even though it was dark, that was during the time that I discovered, you know, me. You know, I started to actually see and believe in myself. I was like, oh snap, I'm not bad looking. You know, I actually have a shot. You know, why was I picked on? Why was I made fun of? Why was I rejected and stuff so much back in the day? And, you know, why? And then I look back on it and I realized that it really wasn't, you know, the girls. It was mostly the guys that was picking on me a lot, especially middle school. Middle school was very bad. Like, they used to say little rumors like, oh yeah, Kelsey gay, Kelsey this, Kelsey that, he's lame, Steve Urkel, Revenge of the Nerds, you know, all kind of stuff like that. They used to say about me, you know. And believe it or not, I posted something on my timeline last night talking about the effect of your childhood on you now. Like, your childhood has a major effect on the way that you view life and your paradigm. So, you know, they picked on me like extremely bad. Like, it was almost every day. And it was always some kid trying to fight me, some dude trying to fight me. And I used to be like, you know, well, dang, people must just hate me, you know? And then I just kind of, I guess I, you know, projected that onto the girls, not realizing that, not seeing that the girls really didn't pick on me like that. And the girls were kind of like, they really ain't talked to me that much. And I'm like, why are they not talking to me? I thought maybe it was because of, you know, just because I was quiet, or, you know, I gave off like a, you know, they did see me with my Bible and stuff like that, but, you know, I noticed that it followed me even after school. And I'm like, you know, I don't carry, you know, my Bible around and stuff like that. I don't, you know, show that as if, you know, I'm better than nobody or nothing like that. So it's not that, I'm like, why are they not talking to me, you know? But, you know, back to high school, like I was just talking to a buddy of mine from high school, a friend of mine. She went to the same school as I, and some people, well, I wasn't just talking to her. I talked to her like a couple of weeks ago, and she said that I was like one of those kids that they thought was going to blow the school up and stuff like that. So, yeah, so that's probably some of the reason why. But then eventually I stopped dressing like the kid that would blow the school up. I used to walk around wearing like all black, you know. I used to wear these, but like I wear it, you know, a little bit tasteful now. I kind of rock it with my style and stuff. But I used to like, I used to look like a doggone member of Slipknot or something like that. Had like the, you know, the chains and all that stuff, and, you know, the anime t-shirts and the Korn t-shirts. You know, and I was a little weird, you know. Not saying that that's weird, but I was a little weird. And, you know, I don't know if that was like off-putting or what, but the girls acted weird, yo, like I wasn't even there. Like, they would see me and I'm like, why y'all acting awkward and crazy like that? Like, why are you doing that? You know, I'm like, I'm a nice guy. But one thing I did notice about my childhood or my teen years is I always had a girlfriend. I always was in a relationship, you know, and I was supposed to be a nerd, you know. I was supposed to be a geek. I was bullied, but I always had a girlfriend. So I didn't see at the time. I didn't see that, you know, I don't know who buddy hollering at over there. I didn't see at the time that, you know, that probably, you know, I'm not trying to assume anything, but just for conversational purpose and due to the topic, that probably meant that I was, you know, somewhat, you know, nice to look at. So back then, you know, like I was saying, you know, that kind of hurt me for the rest of my life. Like when they used to pick on me and say, you know, oh yeah, I'm lame, I'm corny, I'm gay, I'm this, I'm that. But I look, and it came from a lot of the boys and stuff. Like, so anyway, that followed me up until I went to the military. When I went to the military, I used to get like, I mean, well, see, the military is different because ain't really that many women around you when you're in the military. And the military is mostly guys, so I didn't really get that a lot because I didn't really want no females. But the few women that were there, I found out they were saying, oh yeah, Gifford's cute. Oh, he's cute, this, that, and the other. So I'm like, I never believed it. I never believed it. I never accepted it. And they used to tell me that this one, and I ain't, you know, if you're watching, I'm not bragging or nothing like that. I'm just saying for topical purposes, y'all, just bear with me. Because you'll be surprised at the battles that I face. So I'm not going to turn it down, you know, for that. Anyway, so it was this one female in my division, and we were in formation one day, and they were saying like, oh yeah, such and such, she be talking about you, Gifford, and she crazy about you, Gifford, and I'm like, what? And I never believed it. I just didn't realize it. And then I would notice like certain guys on the ships. Like I did get kind of picked on a little bit on the boat, because certain guys, you remember I tell y'all about the hater look? The hater look is, y'all know the hater look. It's a very awkward look that those guys would give me and still give me. And if you're a guy, you probably know what I'm talking about, you know? If you take care of yourself, you know, you're a pretty fly individual, they gonna look at you like that. They kind of like smirk. They like, then they kind of like, as if their facial expression is saying, you know, like you're weird or something, like as if you're weird, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I know I'm not weird, like, so, you know, the hater look is very interesting. I need to sit down and think about the hater look. You know, it'd be like, they look at you and they get all cross-eyed. They'd be like, they don't want to look at you, you know? And I'm like, dang, bro, what's the issue? You know, and then it wasn't until got out, you know, I had my kids, got out of the military, you know, got married, went through my breakup. It's no secret that I'm divorced. And then 29, 30 is when I woke up. And I woke up and I embraced the fact that I was a decent looking guy, and that I actually had a shot at being, you know, who I've always wanted to be, you know. And again, I'm not saying this to be arrogant or cocky or anything like that. I'm just saying because I'm just gonna tell you. All right, so the other day, I'm gonna tell you why I'm talking about this. So the other day, right, I was teaching a class, and I got that feeling as if, well, hold off on that. I mean, because I would give away the punchline of the whole conversation. So hold off on that. I'm gonna tell you why I'm talking about it. It'll come out. So I started to actually have, you know, confidence, and I actually started believing in myself. I changed the way that I dress. I upgraded my style. I started, you know, paying close attention to my appearance. You know, I started taking care of my face, skincare. I'm gonna hit you up, but skincare, hair. You know, I used to, you know, just putting details, taking care of yourself. You know, gym, working out all the time. I always used to work out, but, you know, doing it purposefully, you know, just trying to, you know, taking care of myself, you know, so I can look, feel good, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I got into, you know, that dark phase and stuff, and I didn't know how to handle it, because I never thought that I could be one of the popular people. Never thought I could be like that. I was always one of the nerds, one of the ones quiet in the back of the classroom drawing Power Rangers and stuff like that, you know, Dragon Ball Z, you know, Digimon, Pokemon stuff in the back of the classroom. That was me. So I never thought that I could be one of the guys who actually had a shot and who actually was, you know, socially acceptable, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I was saying, you know, once I saw that, I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know, you know, what to do. So I started wilding. I started sleeping around, you know what I'm saying? Started doing drugs and all this other crazy stuff, you know, until God had to intervene and sit me down. Like I'm telling y'all, once I get to a point where where I'm comfortable telling you all my story, I'm going to tell you all my story. And it's not, I don't think I'm ready to share it yet. I'm not ready to let everybody know what I've experienced and stuff. So when I am ready, once I get to that point, how you doing? Once I get to that point, I'll tell you guys, you know, what I went through and what God got me through. So, you know, it's basically a story of transformation. You know, I went through a major change within the past 7 years or so. You know, I didn't know who I was. A lot of y'all knew me, and I didn't know who I was. So, I mean, at the time you knew me, at the time you were around me, I didn't know who I was. You know, now I do. You know, my uncle asked me back in the day, he said, when I was a teenager, he asked me, and I know what he means now. My uncle said, "You know who you are?" I said, "Yes, sir. I know who I am, yes." He said, "No, you don't. Nah, no, you don't." I was like, "What is it?" I was like, what does he mean? He said, "Nah, you don't know. You ain't see it yet. You don't know yourself." I was like, what is he talking about? And then my family used to say, my mother and my brothers, well, my younger brother, he was a baby at the time, or at least like 5. He was just a little kid at the time, so he ain't understand. But my mom and my brother, they used to be like, wait till everybody drive by. I'm waiting till Vin Diesel leave. Vin Diesel driving by right now. So. All right, so they used to be like, wait till he finds out. Wait till he sees it. Wait till he find out. And they was like, oh Lord, they were like, uh-oh, wait till he finds out. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? So I found out, and then when I did find out, I see why they shook their head, because I started wilding. But until God sat me down, so it's a good thing that I found myself. It's a good thing that I realized my potential and saw my worth. That's a great thing. And I started doing things that I've always wanted to do, having experiences that I've always wanted to have, being able to comfortably talk to people without being afraid. I don't walk past my little spot. Being able to get on here and not care, you know what I'm saying? Like, being able to be open and fearless about social situations. I used to be terrified. Like, even as a grown man, even when I was in the military, I used to be terrified of social situations. I used to be like, shy, scared, afraid to talk to women, afraid to even talk to other guys sometimes, because I didn't feel adequate. I didn't feel like I was good enough, or I was cool enough. Why all these sirens and engines and stuff keep interrupting and stuff like that? But anyway, I didn't feel like I was worthy to be considered one of the guys. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I wasn't worthy to be looked at as, acceptable by women. I used to think that, women looked at me funny style, like they thought I was just, horrid. So I knew that was wrong. I was wrong. Found out that, some people I went to school with actually were interested in me. And I'm saying that just to, bring it back to the topic of this live. I found out that some were actually interested in me, and they actually thought I was, they were attracted to me, and, they would have, been my lady. But they didn't want to talk. They didn't want to approach me. And I'm like, why? I mean, especially back then, I'm like, why? Back then, I used to rock Jenko jeans with Etnies shoes, skateboard shoes. And then that's when I got to the point where I started because right now I wear these right here, these dress boots. I love wearing dress boots. That's my style. That's my, that's my trademark. But back then, the early beginnings of that was just church shoes, you know, walk around with a pair of jeans on and some church shoes, you know what I'm saying? And I remember my friends used to roast me about it. It was like, Kelsey walking around here with some jeans, some tight jeans on and some church shoes. Like, if you don't go on somewhere, walk up with tight jeans, church shoes, and a Bill Cosby sweater on, you know. But that was just the beginning. But then, you know, I found out that, you know, like I was saying, I always go off on a tangent. I'm sorry. I found out that some you know, young ladies were interested after I had graduated, and I was like, it was too late. You know, we graduated. I'm gone. I'm in the military. I'm in the middle of the Pacific Ocean right now, so there's no way that we could actually have a relationship because I'm over there overseas with, you know, Shao Kahn and stuff like that. You know, I went to Hong Kong. I went to Malaysia. I've been to off the coast of the Philippines. I've been to Australia. I've been to Japan. I used to live in Japan. I've been to a lot of different places. I've been to Thailand. You know, I've been to all types of places in Asia. So there was no way that I could have had a relationship with anybody that I went to high school with. So my point is saying that, you know, I have found out recently I have discovered that some women, not all, I'm not putting everybody in a box, and ladies, correct me if I am wrong, you know. And I know I'm not speaking for all the ladies. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I would be a fool to do that. I thought somebody was calling me. What the heck? I'm saying that what I discovered is some women don't approach men because they are attracted to him, because they do find him to be attractive. That may seem contradictory, and it does seem contradictory, and it does kind of bother me a little bit, because I'm like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm attractive, why you not hollering at? Why you not gonna say nothing? Come, I'm single. Like, come say something to me, you know? If you find me to be, you know, your cup of tea, you know, come say something. But the reason is because what I've been told several times, over and over and over, and it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. I've been told that, and I'm not tooting my own horn, y'all. Y'all just, you know, calm down, please. Bear with me. I'm not doing that. You know, because I never thought that I was attractive. I never saw it. I never believed it. You know what I'm saying? Until recently. But and even recently, even now, it's still kind of hard to believe because of, you know, my past. Like, all of my life, like, you know, rejected over and over again, made fun of. But anyway, back to what I was saying. The reason that they won't approach a man they find attractive, from what I've been told, is because they think that he's a jerk. They think he's a playboy. They think he's arrogant. They think that he's got so many women after him that you just gonna be another, all right, take a ticket and have a seat. You know what I'm saying? They think that he's gonna be, you know, rude to him. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I can understand that. I can understand that logic, but when I see a woman that's very attractive, you know, I'll say, you know, I ain't trying to holler at everybody that's good. Like, if you look good, hey, you know, whatever. You got to have a couple of attributes that I like that actually make me want to come say something to you. If I don't know you. But a lot of reasons that I don't approach a very attractive woman is because everybody else doing it. You know, everybody else is like, you know, being creepy perverts, you know, trying to hump her leg everywhere she goes. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to be one of, I mean, I have too much dignity to be one of those guys. Like, I'm not standing in no line. I'm Kels. I'm not standing in no line. I'm not chasing you. I'm not doing that. You will never see, you will never, ever, ever, ever catch me doing that. Never. Because, like I said, I got too much dignity. I am a catch. If I'm a catch, I'm not going to chase you. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. What I look like, you know, standing in line, waiting, you know, to be shut down. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm like, what? You feel me? So I understand that. I understand where they're coming from, you know, and I see that it goes for both men and women, you know. But I think for, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, I think for women, you know, you all are probably approached a lot more, or, you know what I'm saying, like, there's always somebody checking for you, you know, if you're an attractive woman. It's always somebody, you know, trying to get in your drawers. But, you know, I think it's different for guys because of the way that the social dynamic, the way that things are set up. Like, for example, I don't think that women gonna, you know, chase after a random guy that they see that's attractive. I mean, it does happen. Don't get me wrong. It does happen. I've had, you know, thirst vampires come after me and stuff. I've had that happen, but, you know, I don't think it happens as much as an attractive woman. And part of the reason, I think, is because, you know, guys are a little bit more bold. Guys are thirstier because of the way that, you know, society has shaped our way to think about that type of thing about beautiful women. Our mind has been shaped to chase after, to thirst after, lust after, you know, good looking women. And ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm a straight man, so I like a fly looking sister. I like that, you know. I love that. But men, especially Western men, American Western men, have been, you know, shaped to do that. So you always see that men are the chasers. Men, you know, men are the, you know, the hunters, and that is our nature, to be the hunter, you know. But you know, I've seen, you know, women do it too. I remember one time I was in Norfolk, especially when I go down to the hood. Like, when I go down to the hood in Norfolk, that's not too far from Virginia Beach. That's like 15 minutes up the highway. When I go down there, I might as well be Denzel or something like that, you know. And it's crazy. I don't know. I mean, that's why I'm interested in like psychology and sociology and stuff. That stuff is very interesting to me. I'm gonna go back to school to get my counseling certification. So, yeah, but when I go down there, man, it's just like, I don't know. Maybe because they think I'm rich. I ain't rich. I'm not rich. Not yet. Not yet. I haven't yet arrived. Who is that clapping over there? Not yet. But I don't know. It's just you know, the reasons vary. The reasons vary as to why you're approached and why you're not approached, you know. But the main reason why you are not approached is because they probably think you know that you are, they know that you, they think you know that you are a good looking guy. They think, oh, he already know that, and you know, you know, he got so many people out, he got so many women after him, so I ain't about to talk to him. You know, that's what several people have told me. I ain't, you know, nah, I'm not gonna waste my time talking to him. He's probably a player. He's probably like a playboy. He got all these women and whoop-de-whoop. Nah, not really. No. You know what I'm saying? It's up to each individual, you know. It's up to how that guy really is. How does he carry himself? I used to be like that. Like, when I remember when I told y'all about like that dark phase that I went through, I used to be like that. I used to do that. And if they would have assumed back then that, if they would have assumed that about me back then, they would have been correct. Back in like 2017, 2018, you know, That I would never live like that ever again. God had to correct me, man. Like, God sat me down, you know, divine discipline. Like, look that up. Yeah, he go, yeah. If you his child and you wild out like I did back then, he gonna pull out the belt. You know, watch stuff in your life gonna start, you know, looking funny style just to get you back to him and to get you to stop doing what you're doing. So I'm telling you, I can't wait till I tell you. But anyway, so if they would have asked me, you know, if they would have thought that about me back then yes, they would have been correct. But now I'm not, I ain't, you know, I'm trying to find a wife. I'm looking for a wife. I'm not looking for, you know, no coochie. You know what I'm saying? So, man, let me get from down here. They starting a trip. But I ain't just looking for no, you know, no coochie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a red-blooded man. Yes. I love women. Yes. But I'm not no thirsty man. I'm not a thirsty man. You know, you can't just throw that at me just to get something out of me, you know. You know what I'm saying? And I've realized a lot of things. Like, the older I get, the wiser I get, the wiser I become. You know, it's plentiful out here. So many to pick from out here. Why am I going to be thirsty over you? You know, why? Like I was saying back there when I was in line. I mean, when I was near the beach back there, I was saying that I'm not going to stand in no line to take a ticket just to get your attention. Like, that's not going to, I don't have time for that when I can go, you know, over here, you know. So, and over there, and back there, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not, but I ain't on that right now. I'm looking for a wife. Just one. But anyway, so to wrap up that first part of the topic, I have two topics. This is just the end of the first topic. You know, just to summarize the first topic, I think that you're not a pro. If you are attractive and you're a man, if you are attractive and you know it, you've been told several times, you know that you're attractive, you know, and this kind of ties into the second one. If you know that you are, and this is for the guys, you know you got it going on, but you don't really get approached that much. And when you do get approached, it's like thirsty. It's like pounce. Rawr. They come at you and they say, you know, dang, you know, like I was talking about Norfolk, you know, the reason I brought Norfolk up is because of that. I was like, when I am approached, it's like aggressive. Like, this one girl, she was like, ooh. I'm like, okay, you know. But I don't really have a lot of, you know, that going on, you know, on a daily basis. And to summarize, I think that it's because they probably think that I'm a jerk or I'm arrogant. Hey, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not like that. I'm not that type of guy. I'm not. That's not me. If you know me, you know I'm not like that. If you know me, you know that I have a history of low self-esteem. I used to all the time doubt myself. It took me a long time to get to where I am. I've come a long way. You know, God brought me a long way to actually have confidence, to actually have what should be normal quality, normal attribute of actually speaking in front of people. You know, it took me a long time to come to where I am now. So for me to be a jerk and treat, you know, somebody less than, or to just do them wrong and cheat on them because I have a lot of options, which that's true. There are a lot of options. That's true, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to do you wrong because I do have options. That's not my get down. I'm not like that. It just depends on the person. So instead of looking at, you know, if you see a guy you like, he's attractive, don't assume that he's a jerk. You know what I'm saying? Don't assume that he's a jerk, because a lot of us are not like that. Some of us are not like that, you know. Because I'm honestly, like I was saying, you know, I'm looking for a wife. I'm getting up there in age, all right? I'm getting up there. I don't got time to be running around here trying to be a player. That's played out. I lived that life. It's not. It leaves you empty. You know, there comes a point where you're gonna want to come home to a sister every day. You know, the same person. Yes, And yes, I've been married before. Yes, I know what y'all talking about. Oh, I want the same person in here. Man, no, it's a trap, man. Nah, I mean, it's, look here. That's another video. But yes, the same woman, you know, every day. So, and I'll be willing to work at it. You know what I'm saying? So keep building. You know, it's an uphill battle. That's, you know, they say marriage is an uphill process. You got to keep working, you got to work together to make it work. That's what I'm looking for. Teamwork, you know. But I don't know what's going on over here. But
bro, I'm not the one. Not when it comes to that shit. The shit that happened, I
don't know what's happening.
I've dealt with it.
But yeah, y'all. But that's the first topic. All right. Topic 1 is done because I don't want nobody thinking. I mean, honestly, this ties into the second one. What I'm about to say now, I was about to say, I don't want y'all thinking that I'm conceited or arrogant and stuff like that. I was about to say that, but I shouldn't say that, you know. I shouldn't say that because people want to think what they want to think, you know. They probably think I'm a space alien or something like that. But am I a space alien? I know, and this ties in perfectly to the second topic. I know that I'm not a space alien. I know that. I'm fully aware and fully convinced, and without a shadow of a doubt, I am convinced fully that I am not a space alien. I know that I am not, Regis Philbin when I look in the mirror. You know, I know I'm not him when I look in the mirror. I know that I'm not, you know what I'm saying, someone that I'm not. If somebody calls me John, hey John, how you doing? I'm like, I'm not John. You know what I'm saying? But if they call me Kelsey, hey, I know him. I know that that's who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm fully convinced that I'm Kelsey Gifford. I know who that is. So it's like, if anybody was like say any other thing, like if they would say I'm any other name, you know, I don't have a problem with, or I don't have any doubts when it comes to knowing that that's who I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So the second topic, everybody, the second one is being your biggest fan, being your own biggest fan, believing in your own self. That way, if someone would say something negative about you, it doesn't matter. Like, if you like what you see, when you look in the mirror, if you like who you are, it doesn't matter what nobody else thinks. And that has been the biggest obstacle in my life when it comes to, you know, my internal battle. That has been like my biggest, what the heck is happening back there? I'm trying to get from down here. It's Sunday night and they wilding. Let me go ahead and slide on back to my truck. But I was walking back there. There was this girl sitting on the ground with her hands, like she didn't have on no shoes, and she was toe up, and she was kind of like looking at me like she was Michelle Rodriguez from Resident Evil 1, like she was about to transform. I'm like, okay, let me keep walking. So anyway, but if you know who you are, if you like what you see, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to yourself, nothing that anyone else tells you is gonna freaking matter. That's why you gotta put more value on what you think. You feel me? You gotta put a lot more value in your opinion and your taste. You know what I'm saying? Because there are gonna be people who are gonna try to tear you down. There are people who don't like you. You know, everybody ain't gonna like you. Shoot, I know there's people who really don't like me. And I'm fully aware of that, but it doesn't matter what they think because I like me. You know what I'm saying? If you like you, and I keep on beating a dead horse, and I'm going to keep on saying it over and over and over again. If you like you, You ain't seeing my knuckles, it's ashy right now, but if you like you, I like my ashy knuckles too. If you like you, nothing else matters. Not saying that you should reject correction, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that, you know, your opinion of yourself should matter above what any other human being has to say, you know. Again, not saying you should avoid correction and being corrected, but I'm saying that's why you need to have a standard, you know, say of your behavior, a standard of behavior, which is, you know, scripture for me, which is the Bible. But if you're not violating your standards, if you're not violating the scriptures, then you good, you know. Then what they have to say is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? And that, when I do embrace that, because honestly, guys, I do have a battle. I do battle, you know. But when I do embrace that, and I embrace that reality, I'm telling you, the freedom that you get, what's going on? The freedom that you get, it's astounding. You know, so it's just amazing. You know, when you're your own biggest fan, you know. That's how it was like when I first, you know, started putting out music and stuff. I used to listen to my own music. I still listen to my own music, but when I first started doing it, like a few years back, or 2-3 years ago, whatever, first started releasing, you know, music, I used to use thatpiff.com and stuff. And ain't nobody listened to it. Nobody was like giving me feedback. Oh, it's fire, man. You know, you put the fire stuff on. Oh man, it's hot. You know, and then I would see somebody else that I know. Somebody who's not famous. I see somebody who I know who's an artist. They would post something. Everybody like puts the whole world. You know, you see Trump under there like this. It's fire. I like what you did. You know, even Trump, you know, is liking what they posted. I'm like, dang. You know, when I posted, it's like 1 like or 0. I'm like, what? Why? Like, what's wrong with me? But hold on, I just got a notification here. But yeah, you know, I used to be like, man. But back then, see, when that happened, I used to be like, do I suck? I was like, do I suck? You know, am I horrible? But the thing is, even if everybody thought that I sucked, I used to bump my stuff all the time. I used to be like, yo, I like this. I'm talking about that second project that I put out, you know, when I was rapping and stuff. When I did rap, you know. I ain't rapping right now. But when I did that, I used to be like, yo, I love my track. I made a video for my song called I'm the One, when I was rapping under my KG moniker. The One. I put that joint out and it got the clouds in the back in the video. And I used to be like, bro, like that's fire, you know. Even when I didn't get any feedback from anyone, I got zero. I didn't get, you know, people used to be like, you know, it ain't my cup of tea. And then when I first put Clarity out, I put out Clarity. Yeah, I know Clarity, the song from my album, if you haven't heard it, it's you know, somebody give me some clarity this time. That. So when I put that out, a very close person of mine, she submitted my song to like this review company. This review joint. It's called Rich House Reviews, right? And she put it on there. I'm just gonna say it, you know, my ex. She put Rich House Review. She put my song on Rich House Reviews just to, you know, give me some publicity. You know, she was trying to, and that's one thing I miss about her. Like she always had my back when it came to that. Like she used to love my stuff, man. Like, and that really, you know, that really encouraged me. She genuinely liked my music. And anyway, all right, but yeah, so she submitted it on there, and Rich House Reviews is like when they play your song in front of like thousands of people, right? It's this cat, you know, I don't know where he's from or whatever, but you pay them a fee, like I think it's like $20, so that they play your song in front of like thousands of people, and he will harshly critique your music, like harshly. Like this dude, I think I saved the video. I think I'm gonna put it on my dang, this phone got my hand. I was holding it a little too tight, but yeah, I think I still got the link to that particular video where he heard clarity, and he said, man, he said, if you don't get that off of him, he talking about some, and I'm like, oh, okay, bro. I'm like, I was pissed. I was lit. Oh, I was mad. I was like, yo, we gonna get on here and talk about my jam like that. But at the same time, I was still bumping my own music. I was still enjoying the music that I was creating. You see what I'm saying? I was a fan of my own stuff. Therefore, I didn't stop. A lot of times when I create music, it's really not to please people. So I won't be making another song if I don't get through this crosswalk. But a lot of times when I make music, it's not for people. It's not for you know, people's taste or to fit what they like. Usually when I make a song, it's because I thought it was fire. I thought it was dope. So I would, you know, bump my own stuff, you know, because I'm my biggest fan. So after he did that to Clarity, and you know, he was talking mad trash about my song, like, and then the comments was like, some people in the comments were saying like, you know, oh, it ain't soulful enough. It ain't got enough. It ain't, you know, yeah, soulful enough. It's too, you know, too many guitars, stuff like that, you know. And I was just like, that's because it don't sound like everybody else. Like, my music is not, you know, it's multi-genre, but I'm not trying to make an excuse, because if it sucks, then it sucks, you know. Not saying my music sucks, because I know I don't suck. I know I don't suck, you know. I'm not the greatest, but I don't suck. I know some music that sucks. I've made songs that suck, absolutely. But I know that the majority of my music does not suck. So I'm fully convinced that I'm decent. So what anybody else has to say, and that's not to, like I said, push away like wise counsel, because the Bible said there's safety among many counselors, and that is so true. Like, if you have a lot of people who got your back and they look out for you and they constructively criticize, you know, your project or whatever you're working on, if they do it with constructive criticism, that's not what I'm rejecting. You know, I'm talking about, you know, taking what they said, which was constructive, and applying what they said and enjoying the process, enjoying your music. Like, okay, you know, they said change this, so cool. And it's nothing saying that, oh, you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And just totally throwing the baby out with the bathwater. You know, no. Even in the midst of constructive criticism, like, you can still enjoy your music or your project or whatever you do, you know, or even you, you know, even if you're trying to improve, you know, the way that you dress. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody has their own style, but I'm saying, like, there is a standard of, you know, decent dress, you know, being dressed decently. If you're trying to improve yourself in that way, or if you're improving, let's say, your physique, if you're doing that, you know, that's cool. You know, you take that criticism and you apply it so that you can get better. You can, you know, get in shape. You know what I'm saying? Same concept. But you know that you tight. You know what I'm saying? You believe in yourself. You like what you see. But you still going to take that criticism and apply it to become even better. You know? So if you, like I'm saying, I know some of y'all probably are, you know, not wanting to hear anymore, but it's all good. because it's all good because I'm almost done. But yeah, if you believe in yourself, you know who you are, you know? And sometimes that's easier said than done, y'all. Like, sometimes, especially in the past, I mean, it happens less often now, but in the past, my self-esteem was shot. Like, I just, yeah, I was, didn't believe in myself, like, at all. And I'm, like I said before, I'm just now arriving at a place where I do, you know. And recently, you know, I recently had an episode where I was like, you know, having those, because I'm so used with so many years of having low self-esteem, it kind of recurrently pops back up. And I'm like, dang, you know. So, but then eventually I bounce back, you know. And that's, you know, that is related to, you know, mental health and stuff like that. So, and speaking of mental health, I'm getting ready to dip. I'm getting ready to go to my page, The War on Depression. If you haven't liked that page, y'all go check it out. The War on Depression. It's on Facebook, so y'all check it out. It has like the blue camouflage and on the what do they call it? The background of your Facebook page and stuff. But oh yeah, before I go, y'all notice the beard? Y'all notice it? How it's coming in? I'm trying to get the Jason Statham look, like I'm an action hero or something. But I mean, it's not really. Hold on, I don't know if y'all can see it. God dang, it's so bright over here. Yeah, it's kind of coming in a little bit, but I'm gonna give it a few more. I'll give it like another week, and if it don't grow, I'm gonna cut this mug off. You know, just go back to, you know, my normal look. So yeah, anyway, all right, y'all, I'm about to head over there to The War on Depression. If you haven't heard the album, check it out, Memoirs of a Grown Man. It's in stores, well, streaming platforms. I'm trying to get some physical copies, and I was actually working with a company to get some physical copies, but I was gonna wait, you know, because everybody's doing digital now. Nobody listens to CDs. But yeah, but anyway, if you haven't heard the album, y'all check it out. It's available everywhere, and I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Y'all be blessed, y'all be easy, and I'm gonna see y'all on the flip side. I love you. Y'all be blessed.